Hey everybody, how you doing? Today I'm going to talk to you about why sellers say no. So many of us get stumped here going, well, I don't understand. Why did they say no? Well, here's some of the points that I wrote out. Fear. A lot of sellers are in positions where they don't want to sell. Now, my definition of a motivated seller is someone who is open to selling their property below market value. Why would they want to sell their property below market value? Is usually because they're in a lot of fear. So when they're saying no to you, it might not be, because of your offer. It might not be because of what you said to them. It might not be how you showed up. It can literally be that they are that scared. So I just want you to be mindful of that. And how you counterbalance that fear is really listen. Listen to what they've got to say. Is when you're having that conversation with them over the phone, having that talk with them and really getting into what they're experiencing, what's happening in their world. The other thing is shame. Some people, come to us and their biggest thing is that maybe they're behind in mortgage payments or taxes. And it doesn't mean that they've done anything wrong. Life can happen. And if life's ever happened to you, you can really relate to that. So a lot of people, when they're coming from that shame place that they're bad people, they've done something wrong, they're going to have a hard time expressing themselves. So it might come out in anger, it might come out in avoidance. They're not returning your calls. Now, how you counterbalance that is mirror them when you do get a chance to have conversations with them. And I like to reassure people and say, you know what, we've helped dozens of people like you in that situation. You might even, if you've experienced anything yourself, you can say to them, you know what, I've been there. Someone in my family has been there, whatever it is, but you want to be able to make it so that you can relate to them. Number 3 is bad experience. Maybe they had a bad experience. Maybe a buyer said that they were going to buy the property and didn't. So if they've had a bad experience, they may be a little bit, gun shy, we call it, to want to deal with you or want to take your offer. And what you do there is you validate them and say, I'm sorry that deal didn't go through last time. And it can happen where some sellers reach out to us and they're like, well, I've already, someone already was going to remove conditions and then they didn't. I've already trusted someone else who is going to assign it. Some people even know what wholesalers are. Not everybody, but some people even know who wholesalers are, and they're all of a sudden, stay away from me. There's something wrong with the way you guys are doing business. So I always like to promote is that being there for those people, validate them. We're here for you. What can we do? Here's our proven track record. Here's successful closings that we've done. Number 4 is price, and I put in brackets there for fantasy, is there are some sellers who are very rigid on the price that they want to have. And the reality of it is that if they want a quick closing, if their property needs an extensive amount of work, even some work, they can't expect us to offer them full price. It just isn't going to happen. No one's going to buy full price on something that needs work and has to sell quickly. It's just not realistic. So really what your job is asking them better questions. What's more important to you, price or time frame? What's more important to you, that you fix your property up to A+ condition to get it marketable, or do you want to sell it as is and not put any money into it? So really get good in sharpening those questions. Number 5, timing. I can't stress this one enough. Timing is going to be everything. In some cases I have over here is following up. Is that if that person is not in the position right at that moment where it's critical that they have to sell, then they go on a follow-up list. Maybe you're reaching out to them every 30 days. Maybe right now their property is listed. They'd really like to sell, but you know what? If they don't, they can still wait. The panic isn't on yet. It's not critical yet. So that's where it's important to have some type of a CRM or some type of a follow-up system so that, just asking them, can I follow up with you in 30 days? Because I'll tell you, things can change that fast. See you in the next video.